Mhairi, Grieve, scrum half, and I'm a vet. I basically played kind of mini rugby when I was at primary school, and then got to secondary school and that stopped. And then I took it back up at university basically, and then kind of haven't looked back from there. So I'm a full-time vet. I think it's probably a nice balance, because if you're worried about work, you've got rugby, or if you're worried about rugby, kind of having work puts everything into perspective. The small things that if all you did was one or the other, you'd probably worry about all the time. It kind of takes that away. I mean, it would be nice to have more time probably for recovery and things, but it kind of fits in. Sometimes if you're a bit sore and someone's expecting you to lift their 20-kilo Labrador onto the table, and you think, I'm not sure about that today. And then if you've got a bit of a black eye or bruises, you sometimes get the odd funny look from clients, but normally it's okay. I'm quite lucky that I do a 4-day week, so I've always got a Thursday off to make training, which is nice. So on a Thursday I can come and make the whole of the sessions. On a Tuesday I basically rock up for rugby and that's it. And then I kind of have to fit gym and everything else around it, so quite often I'll have to get up quite early, gym before work, then come for rugby, then fit analysis in at some point.
Yeah. Can you draw any similarities to work on the squad?
Probably the big one is teamwork, because there's 5 vets and about 10 nurses, so actually you all have to get on and make the day run smoothly, or you're going to be there a lot later. So yeah, there's a big kind of part of that and kind of getting on with everyone.
And what do you think could make your life easier?
More hours in the day, I think, would make my life easier.
Scotland and the north of England are quite similar in terms of people.
Yeah.
But what does it mean to you, and what do you take from rugby in the north?
I've made the north my home, so being able to represent the north and say, I want to be the best that I can be playing rugby here is kind of what it means. Once I got past being allowed to play with the boys, rugby wasn't an option. So actually having premiership teams up in the north that you can look at and say, I want to aspire to do that. And actually now there's pathways of centre of excellence, and there's lots of women's rugby in and around actually is a big thing, because that kind of cliche of if you can't see it, you can't be it is really true. Because for me, I didn't think rugby for past that point was going to be an option, and now I'm playing in the top league in the UK. So it's a big thing. And I actually think just showing that it doesn't have to be the London clubs, and that the northern teams can compete. And actually, no one wants to come up and play us in the north because we're gritty and northern, and that's the thing. In Scotland and the northwest, it's basically the same, isn't it?
Can you compare a sort of international setup to Premier 15 setup?
I think it's getting closer to it, isn't it? Because I played when Scotland were just an amateur team as well, so there was no contracts. And it's much of the same. It's that similar, you don't have that much time together, but when you do, it's making the most of it. So I think the way the Premier 15s is going, and the setup and the days that you're together, actually, it's becoming more and more professional.